if this is your Christian lineup, right? If this is the best Western Christendom has to offer, is Ye last night, Alex Jones, and Nick Fuentes, Western Christendom is in serious trouble. But this guy.
Oh, interesting. Wait, why? Ben, there's no way you're that oblivious to your flock, dog. There's no shot.
Kanye West, who now wishes to be known as Ye. What we've been watching here is obviously a manic episode from a person who has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I've been saying this since the very beginning. Several things can be true at once. One, Kanye West, he is a Jew hater. Pretty obviously, there is no way to avoid that conclusion. The stuff that he's been ranting and raving over the past several weeks demonstrates that he doesn't just...
Man, suddenly it's a manic episode, but when he was repeating literally Candace Owens' propaganda, hook, line, and sinker about George Floyd and the BLM protests and whatnot, you were saying he had so much mental clarity and that people were saying that he was crazy because he had so much mental clarity. I remember that. I covered it when he said it. That's weird. He said, and I quote verbatim, Ben Shapiro said, Kanye West was saner than most in Hollywood.
I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that 50% of black death in America is abortion. So I really don't care about people's responses. I perform for an audience of one, and that's God.
Wow. I mean, frankly, that sounds fantastic. Frankly, Kanye sounds much more sane than virtually everybody else in public life.
Huh, funny how that works, dude. Yeah, when he's anti-black, talking about abortion, saying like, he's Jesus Christ, his own vessel himself, Ben Shapiro's like, oh God, he's so sane. He's so clear. He's got so much clarity. When he takes it just a little bit, when he cranks the dial a little bit further, Ben Shapiro was like, oh my God, it's crazy. He's out of his mind. He's crazy. He's out of control.
Hate specific Jews. He hates the Jews. The Jews are the problem, according to Kanye West. He has been spewing Der Stürmer, Nazi-esque anti-Semitism for weeks.
Ben Shapiro would never make that distinction for anyone else. Even when Kanye West is like out and about a Nazi, because he's ostensibly on the right, he still goes, he doesn't hate specific Jews. Ben Shapiro's never made that, okay? He's never been like, wow, this person just hates specific Jews.
He put out a series of text messages with P. Diddy in which P. Diddy was urging him to kind of rein it in. He apparently texted him, "This ain't a game. I'm going to use you as an example to show the Jewish people that told you to call me that no one can influence or threaten me. I told you this was war. Now gonna get you some business." So basically, Jews are in control of the world. Okay, so we are now getting to pretty borderline anti-Semitic territory, right? The Jews are the ones...
What? Dog, no way. That's not borderline. That's just that's it. If that's not anti-Semitic, nothing is, man. He said you're working at the behest of Jews. What? Dude. There's no shot, okay? There's no moment in time when this piece of shit has ever turned around and said, well, Ilhan Omar only hates specific Jews, Jews in control of, the Israeli government. Like, that's not a thing that he says, okay? That's bullshit. He's still doing it because Kanye West is ostensibly on the right.
Last night.
And there are a lot of people also on the right, alongside Kanye, around Kanye, who also have the exact same opinions, okay? They have the exact same opinions, and Ben has to tiptoe around this issue with anti-Semitism on the right because he knows so many of his allies are exactly like Kanye West.
On Alex Jones's show, he made that perfectly clear. So that is true. While being mad, while being disturbed, does not relieve you of responsibility for your Jew hatred. It does suggest that we ought to take the pronouncements of Ye West with a certain lack of seriousness because this is a person in the middle of an episode. There's no other way to play it. And honestly, I can despise what he is saying because what he is saying is evil. And I can also recognize that this is a person who needs treatment, not a camera. This person needs treatment, not a set of lights in his face. And there are a lot of people out there who are making a lot of money off of Ye by putting him in front of a camera. There are a lot of people who are cynically utilizing this person's mental breakdown in order to facilitate their own career. And here I'm thinking,
that's so funny. He's just like, he's just mad that like he got to do it for a little bit with Candace Owens, but then like, it quickly fell apart. apart. It quickly like devolved into something way worse, and he's just mad that like that thing that's way worse is like open anti-Semitism instead of like ambiguous anti-Semitism that he could just like hand wave away.
Specifically of Nick Fuentes and Milo Yiannopoulos. There are a bunch of people around Ye who could be attempting to get him the treatment he obviously needs. And I'm not here to pathologize people's insane thoughts or evil thoughts. Again, he's sitting across from Nick Fuentes, who routinely engages in evil thoughts. Okay, but Nick Fuentes is not an insane person. Nick Fuentes is not having a mental breakdown. He just thinks evil things. Ye West, after his display over the past week particularly, whatever you thought of him before, whether you thought that he was just an erratic personality who had decided to spew anti-Semitism, or whether you thought that he was perfectly rational, it is obvious over the course of the past several weeks that this is not the case. Ranging from his tweet storm in which he talked about Chris Paul stooping his wife, to his defense of Balenciaga, to the actual appearance on Alex Jones. So we'll start this in order. The only reason I'm playing these clips is because it's important for people to recognize, because I'm seeing a lot of people who are denying that what we are seeing from Ye here is actual mental illness. It is mental illness. Hey, this is disturbed behavior. Any doctor will tell you that this is disturbed behavior. First of all, I know psychologists who have spoken with Ye. He is obviously disturbed, but you don't have to be a doctor to know this. This is a disturbed human being, and you can see it last night. When you are on a set with Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones, and those are the two rational guys in the room trying to pull you back from the brink, looking embarrassed.
Just an aside, notice how Ben will respect Kanye West by referring to him as Ye, but will move mountains to go out of his way to misgender a trans person? Yes, because Kanye West, anti-Semitism aside, or anti-Semitism included, is ostensibly on the right. Ben respects someone who is on the right and will offer them charitability, will turn around and respect their new name or whatever. That will not happen for a trans person.
By you standing for Hitler. At that point, you have to start wondering, is there a problem? I mean, your first indicator that there's a problem is when you stride into Alex Jones's studio. First of all, that in and of itself, not great. You stride into Alex Jones's studio wearing what appears to be an oversized baggy jacket and a full face covering black mask. When I say a mask, I don't mean like just face. It covers his entire head. It looks like he's about to go rob a bank, except you can't even see his eyes. So for all those people on the right who are saying, well, he's a good Christian who's just defending our honor. First of all, if this is your Christian lineup, right? If this is the best Western Christendom has to offer, is Ye last night, Alex Jones, and Nick Fuentes, Western Christendom is in serious trouble. But this guy.
Oh, interesting. Wait, why? Ben, there's no way you're that oblivious to your flock, dog. There's no shot. It is classic. Why are all these homosexuals sucking my cock everywhere I go? They have their dicks out and I keep sucking them, okay? Why is this happening to me? It's like, why is my entire audience and my entire fan base saying that this is good Christendom? I wonder why.
Okay, so here is here's Alex Jones with Ye West yesterday.
Well, that's right. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. This guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician. You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
As you can see, Alex Jones gets more and more uncomfortable here. And there is a certain perverse hilarity to the fact that Alex Jones is the moderate on the panel, that Alex Jones is suddenly Larry King here. But here's Alex Jones, again, trying to walk Ye West back from the Hitler support, the open Hitler support, and Ye just jumping in with both feet.
He's not even just shocked by it, okay? He is purposefully trying to deflect away from it. There is a deliberate reason. There is a specific purpose for what Alex Jones is doing in that moment. What he's trying to do is make sure that, like, Kanye West is not revealing the game, okay? He's not giving up the game, because when everybody understands that Kanye West loves Hitler and loves Nazis, then they can't use him to continue dog whistling and promoting his ideas to a larger audience. Okay? That's the issue. They want to be able to extend their exploitation of Kanye West's platform. And once you give the game away, once you refuse to do dog whistles and you just go full-blown Nazi, most people are not going to listen and hear you out, okay? That's it. That's it. And you've lost your capacity to be a loyal soldier for the far right.
Like Hitler.
I don't like Hitler. And I know you're trying to be shocking with that.
I'm not trying to be shocking. I like Hitler. I do not. The Holocaust is not what happened. Let's look at the facts of that. And Hitler has a lot of redeeming qualities.
What about that one? Is that a justifiable one, you guys think? Bro, he hit the bingo, dude. That's it. It's a wrap. Like, there is nothing more you can say. The fact that people are still trying to turn around and make something else out of this.
I don't like Hitler.
Look at how excited Nick Fuentes is. That grimy, disgusting little gremlin. He's like,
No, you're trying to be shocking with that.
I'm not trying to be shocking.
Look at him.
I like Hitler.
Kanye West is a narcissistic psychopath who is paranoid, caused by his bipolar disorder, okay? That put him in a vulnerable state a long time ago, and ever since then, the far right has been actively working, using that vulnerable state, using that narcissism, using his tendency to push away any naysayers in his circle and infiltrating it and making him, turning him into a puppet, basically.
Unbelievable. Except that he's mad. Except there's a person in the middle of a mental break.
How long before Mossad pays Ye a visit? You're a idiot if you think that Mossad is going to pay Kanye West a visit, dude. What do you think? Mossad works for the ADL or something? What are you, stupid? No, they're too busy like murdering Iranian journalists and nuclear scientists and shit on their vacation to like go and work on Kanye West. Like, they don't give a fuck.
I prefer for people to take responsibility for their evil. This person is in the middle of a mental breakdown, and it's not
like if prominent Israeli far right figureheads or the intelligence apparatus, okay, of the state of Israel cared about murdering anti-Semites, okay, they wouldn't be aligning themselves with very prominent anti-Semites globally as a part of the global fascist movement, which people like Bibi Netanyahu see working in their favor. The more people are worried about anti-Semitism in their home territory, the more people are going to want to defend Israel and want to go to Israel. So they don't have an issue with that in the short term, and they certainly don't have an issue with that on the long term, okay? Like, Netanyahu's literally homies with Viktor Orban. You know what I mean?
Good evening. Good evening. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful day. So good to see you again.
Come on now.
And here's Ye West going mad on air. I mean, there's no other way to put this.
The ADL, they are going to have to listen up. What we did is we brought Netanyahu with us. Netanyahu, what do you have to say? What do you have to say to Alex Jones right now, Nick Fuentes and Ye? It was bad. It was bad for Trump to meet with Nick and Ye. Okay. I had no idea your voice is going to sound like that, Netanyahu.
That sort of conspiratorial, Jews have the power anti-Semitism from the Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar wing of the Democratic Party. And then you also have some just old school racial anti-Semitism. The Jews as a race are perverse. The Jews as a race are somehow of tainted.
Yeah, new school anti-Semitism is saying that like Israel as a state is doing horrific crimes against humanity. It's just, yeah, totally.
Blood. And you see that mostly from the white supremacist side of the aisle. You also see this somewhat in the radical Muslim world when they call Jews the sons of pigs and monkeys and all of the rest. The question is why this is rising right now, because it clearly is rising.
I just heard about this guy 2 weeks ago since like the tweet, and I thought he had a funny name. I heard he's like really into he's like a super killer, and I could die for saying this. So in case this the last time you ever hear from me.
Don't worry, brother. You're not a 14-year-old Palestinian kid, so you're not getting murdered by the IDF or anyone.
I'm glad you guys are here, and we can.
He should be doing a Pennsylvania accent. He should be doing a Philly accent when he talks about Netanyahu.
Alex Jones trying to.
I will never get over the fact that Philadelphia gave us Bibi Netanyahu, okay? Sorry, I'm just not going to get over that. Major L for Israel, okay? L in the name, Israel, okay? You had a guy from Philly run the country for like 30 years. Oh my God. New Brunswick, Andy, like as if I don't know. I am woefully unqualified to run anything, okay? You're proving my point.
I was born in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and my parents wanted to do that so that I would have an American citizenship, so that one day I could be the president.
Brunswick is disgusting, okay? It's in New Jersey after all.